Hello, my name is Kathy. I have always dreamed of going to university, but, well, I can't. You see, I'm poor, which is also why all my clothes are secondhand that I buy from Goodwill. And this is the story of how my life changed after I found a simple item in my jacket. One day I was going through some Goodwill boxes, as usual, hoping to find a decent piece of clothes to buy. Then I found this old but nice jacket. It was perfect for the cold weather we were having, so I decided to buy it. I was walking down the street when the cold wind started blowing against my face. I put my hands in the pockets of my new jacket. That's when I felt something was inside of my pocket. I stopped walking, pulled it out, and discovered it was a signed collector's baseball card. It was one of those old, rare, and really valuable collector's ones. People go crazy for these things. Who in their right mind would forget it in this jacket? I stared intensely at that card. Then it hit me. Right now, I'm holding in my hands not only a card, but a huge amount of money. I basically just won the lottery. I hit the jackpot. I can't even describe how happy I was. Anyway, I started wondering if this is maybe a sign. My luck is starting to turn around. This could be the answer to my prayers, right? This little card costs a fortune. The money from it could send me to a good university, like I always wanted. When I got home, I immediately went to my room, locked the door, and sat with my treasure. But a feeling of guilt started in me. Why am I feeling like this now? I am the one who found the jacket. It's not like I was going to find the owner now. The next day at school, I could not stop thinking about it. It was frustrating. I couldn't make a decision. So I decided to tell Rachel. Rachel is my bestie. Everyone tells her she's pretty smart for her age. We've always got each other's backs. When I showed Rachel the card, she was stunned. Do you know how much this thing costs? I told her a lot, but I don't know how much exactly. Rachel got on my computer and searched online. After a few moments, she looked back at me and said, "You better start making a plan. This card won't only get you into university, but you can also buy your mom new furniture." I told her I was aware of that, but I can't stop feeling guilty. This is not my money, and someone worked hard to collect this card. Rachel told me I would be stupid to miss such an opportunity. "This was sent to you from heaven," she said. Every day on my way to school, I would pass the Goodwill shop and try to ignore it. I kept the card in the same jacket, and whenever I passed by the shop, I would hold it tight in my hand and close my eyes. Never in my life had I thought I would be holding this amount of money. But one Tuesday morning, I passed the Goodwill shop. I stopped, looked behind me, and then stared once more at the card. I sighed, put the card back in my pocket, and continued walking the opposite direction. I went back to the shop with Rachel, on the phone, yelling at me and telling me I'm stupid. I searched for the owner and handed him the baseball card. He looked so surprised and amazed by the card. He asked me why I was giving it to him. So I explained where I found it, and that the first owner of the jacket might be looking for it. That day at school, I received a phone call from a strange number. I answered it. It was a woman. She introduced herself. Her name was Layla, and she asked to meet me at the Goodwill shop after school. She didn't even say why. She just asked me to trust her. Of course, Rachel was beside me and asked to come along. When I arrived at the shop, Layla was already there. She looked so sophisticated that it didn't take me too long to recognize that she was pretty wealthy. She thanked me for returning her baseball card. She said her husband used to collect them back in the days. Layla said that when the shopkeeper called her to tell her about the card, she was astonished that anyone would actually return it. Then she asked me to tell her a bit about myself, so I did. After listening to me, she smiled at me and said that she liked my personality. She said that I was a very ambitious girl and that I reminded her of herself. I thanked her for saying such kind words and got up to leave. What Layla said next almost gave me a heart attack. She literally said, "Would you like me to pay for your university loan?" It took me a moment before I could answer. Am I hearing things right? Am I dreaming? Typical Rachel pinched me and whispered, "You are not dreaming. Answer the woman." I waved my hands and told her that it was too much just for returning a card. Layla chuckled and said, "No, it's not. There are only a few good-hearted people around these days. And it's people like you who deserve a better future." I was about to burst from happiness. I didn't have anything to say. Then she said, "I would be very honored to sponsor you, Kathy." I thanked her. I didn't know what else I could do. It was a dream come true. I felt like I had a fairy godmother, except that she wasn't magical. And let me tell you, I loved the argument I had with Rachel on the way home, because I was on the winning side. But what made me even happier was my mother's reaction. A simple act does make a great impact on people's lives. I never thought that returning a card could change my life forever. A kind heart is the greatest gift a person can give to another. Thank you for listening to this story. If you have comments or stories to share, feel free to do it in the comments section below. And don't forget to like and subscribe and share this video.